Hey, everybody. We are going to talk about today why.
Like, what? Sorry, I'm blanking out. Essentially, how to be the first domino in your healing.
Yeah, so what to do when the other person isn't
changing.
So let's dive right into it. My name's Rami, and this is Monica, and we're Original Intent, and we run the Eden Intensive, a place where we mentor Christians. We help them heal their hearts and relationships. So let's get going.
Yeah. So this is
Spilled my
really
water.
really powerful. And I used to hear, like my mother-in-law say this, like you do what's yours. And like I was like I would think this was before I had navigated like parts of my healing process myself, and I would hear her say that and be like, but this person caused me so much pain, and there was always this like, but this happened. And the reality was that, like, yeah, that did happen, but we can never ever we can never ever change someone else.
Right. And so that makes it, and when we like have this desire to change someone else, it's really kind of a helpless, powerless place, because ultimately, you can try to help someone, you can tell them where they're where they're wrong, or where they're right, or how they could do better. But at the end of the day, what's going to really affect them is you changing your life. So and ultimately, like, in the grand scheme of everything, this is the only thing you have control of. Even like, and you might not even have full control of yourself, right? We're gods. We're like,
Yeah.
he has ultimate control. But I'm saying, like, if you really want to heal your relationships, start here and stay here, because this is and this will really affect the other person's desire.
And here's the powerful thing, like, your pain belongs to you. It doesn't belong to them. So you navigating your pain, you can heal that pain regardless if that person ever repents, regardless if that person ever changes. You can heal your pain because it belongs to you.
Right.
And you can navigate it. And when you learn how to healthily navigate that pain, and when you learn how to come into alignment with the process of grief and forgiveness, then it won't matter. It won't matter if that person ever changes, ever repents,
Right.
ever confesses that what they did was hurtful.
Yeah, because you're just taking care of the thing that really the thing that you can do. So if this is really hitting you, like, and you're on YouTube, I would recommend subscribe, follow, like, comment. We would love to hear your thoughts. We would love to stay connected to you, and we'd love to really spread this, because this is really powerful. Spread this like further, like, more people to know about what it looks like to live healthily in relationship. So what often happens is, actually let's go this direction. This switch of your mentality is going to make you feel so free and powerful, because suddenly, like, you're not going to feel so out of control. Like, oh wait, I cannot fix that person. I cannot do anything about their problem, because it's not mine to fix. So suddenly you realize, oh wow, but I do have this ability. So it starts making you feel like, really, like, oh wow, like, okay, I do have control of something. And it's actually really exciting. It actually makes you run your own race, like, in your own lane. So it's that's why it's so impactful, really.
It's so good. Yeah. And ultimately, like, that person, like I said, they may never show up for you in the way that you need them or want them to, but you can show up for you in that way. And so often we abandon ourselves in our pain. And so when you learn how to actually navigate pain and be with yourself through pain, and how to even just like connect with the Lord through your pain, because he's already with you in your pain, but we're disconnected from him, right? And so when you learn how to do that, then you suddenly begin seeing like, okay, you're fine. You suddenly begin seeing like, okay, like this is possible. Like change can happen. Change can happen in me. Healing can happen in me. Forgiveness can happen in me.
Yeah.
I don't ever need that person to even come to me. I don't ever need like that. I can actually experience closure to that situation that happened or from that relationship, and it be 100% me.
Right. That's so, and it's such a place of power. Like, it's such a place of like freedom, because suddenly like, what the other person does to you, it may hurt you, but you know, okay, I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to actually like heal from this, and they don't have control over my life. You know, they don't have power, ultimate power. They may hurt me. They may, it may feel painful and really tough being in a relationship, but suddenly you know what to do. You know how to heal from it. You know, like you're not out of control. You start asking yourself, what's mine and what's theirs? This is the question. That's the active question.
Yeah.
Like when you come up to this problem of like taking on other people's, other people's problems. Well, if they didn't do this, or if my husband or if my friend wouldn't have said this, or why do people keep on doing this to me? Well, the question to ask yourself is, what's mine? What am I responsible for? And what's somebody else's? And you can release them. It's this surrender, and then you can work on what's yours. Yeah. So that's kind of how you activate it, is asking yourself that question, because it engages the right story instead of engaging the wrong story and saying, well, if they would only do this, my life would be better.
Yeah.
And that's giving your power and your life and your freedom over to someone else's control, right? Not God's control, not like what he's made you for, and staying in your own lane.
Yeah. And we get people asking us this so regularly in our inbox, just like, hey, this is going on and this person isn't changing and they're the problem, essentially, and they may not realize they're doing it, but it's so common, and the pain is valid. The situation really is valid. By you taking responsibility for what's yours, by no means dismisses the pain.
Right.
By no means.
And it doesn't mean that that other person isn't the full problem.
Yeah.
But often we like always in relationships, because relationship is two people. There's what a person does, and then there's how you respond to it. And so we all have a choice, and there's always two people involved. So
yeah.
I would say no one's ever innocent.
Yeah, no one's ever innocent, but healing can come 100% whether or not the other person ever changes.
Right.
Yeah.
That is powerful.
It's so powerful. And we walk a lot of our clients through this very thing in our Eden Intensive. We have a whole section where we dive into unraveling just dysfunctional relational patterns with others, and ultimately like with ourselves, because like when we're expecting others to be our not method, when we're expecting others changing, our healing is dependent on others changing, then we're ultimately not showing up for ourselves. So it's really powerful to heal relationship with yourself. And I was just gonna say, and we do all of this in our Eden Intensive. We have clients that will tell us like no one has told me this before. Like I've been to counselors, And even counselors saying like, or not counselors, them saying like, counselors haven't even reached this pain in my heart before. They've never asked me these questions. And so we just want to invite you to take a chance on yourself.
Yeah. So we're gonna actually drop the link to the Even Intensive down below, so you can actually look right into it. We've made a bunch of payment methods that make it really easy to do it for anybody. We also would really love to hear from you in our DMs or messages below. Again, if you're on Facebook and you want to connect with us, find us at on Facebook, or comment below. We're always responding to the comments, so please comment below.
Yeah.
We really love you guys, and we look forward to the conversations.
Yeah, and if you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, and comment.
Yep.
All right, talk to you guys soon.